In this video, I will go through a new exciting product called SimplyCompleteAI, which we can see me using on the screen right now. As you type in an address, it searches the daily updated Royal Mail postcode address file for the latest addressing information using AI assistance. Once an address is selected, it fills in the address form for you or your customer. We even have a Tab to Complete feature, which, if the AI predicts the next word, we simply press Tab to complete the word and progress with the search. SimplyCompleteAI even has additional taxi data, such as airports, train stations and airport codes, so if I type STN, we can easily find Stansted Airport just from its code with little fuss. Lucy is now going to show how easy it is to add all this to your website.
Thanks, Jim. So yes, as you say, we can add this really easily. We will be roughly following the tutorial on our website with our downloadable example form open here in Visual Code. It's a simple HTML form with 2 sections, using Bootstrap to help lay out the demo forms. But it is not needed, as SimplyCompleteAI is pure JavaScript. SimplyCompleteAI needs nothing else to support it. In our first example form, the first field is for searching for the address, which is populated into one large field below. And in the second example, we have simple address fields. We will activate the search in the first line of the address. Right, let's start. First, we need to open a Simply postcode account. We can do that by opening a trial from the top right button of the website, which says, Sign up for a trial. I'll skip that to save time, but it's quite simple. Once the account is open, we go to the SimplyCompleteAI tab and press Add to your web page button. Next, we give our new definitions a name that tells you what it is for your own reference, such as checkout, contact form, or main address, etc. By default, Page Assist is selected. The other option just creates an API key for programmers.
Oh, okay, so Page Assist is a kind of design assistant?
Yes, Jim, it is. Let's press Next to commit, and now we see additional options. Here, we can turn off the Tab to Complete feature, which you would probably do if on a public-facing website. This feature is best for in-house data entry projects. Or we can enable the taxi search information we saw earlier, but you would not do that for a web checkout unless taxi-related. Down below, we can restrict the number of times the search can be performed by IP address. Like our demo on our website is restricted to 5 searches per day. And most importantly, restrict our API key to only respond to calls from a certain domain where a website is hosted. This should be added after you have tested the project and ensures that your API key cannot be used by others. On the final page, we can copy the JavaScript line to add to your website and turn on or off the edit mode. Now let's press Finish to finalize, and we can now go back to our web page and insert the JavaScript line.
Is there any particular place on the page?
Well, it can go in the header or anywhere on the body of your web page, but it is best to place as low as possible in the body. Then it only loads after everything else. If you are using something like WordPress, Magento, Shopify, Squarespace, or Salesforce, they often allow you to add code in a custom widget or add to a page header.
Oh, right, nice.
If we refresh our web page, we see a new Page Assist section at the bottom right of the page. I will just type some values in some of the fields. You will see why later it may well help you identify the fields if their names are not very obvious when mapping the data in the Page Assist wizard.
Oh, okay, that sounds like a good idea.
Next, press the Upload Page Structure button to read your page structure. This will send all web field IDs to Page Assist. Now we can open the Page Assist wizard using this button. We now see a tabbed page to allow users to customize the search, the UI, and map the found data to your web page. The first page gives access to the same options we saw in the main account, so let's move on to the Style tab. Here we can alter the style of the search field and text, prompting the user to search from it. Or at the bottom of the page, we can opt to have no styling and instead rely on a style sheet of your design, giving you total control.
So I can quickly customize the basic colors in the search box or have total control?
Yes, Jim.
That's fabulous.
We will come back to this later. Let's sort out the data mapping and get one search form working. We can map up to 4 address forms on one page. So let's start with our first Address Mapping 1. In this tab, we first designate the search field, which in this case is called Dedicated Search Field, and assign Whole Address to take all address data with new lines between data lines, so it ends up in one field on the form.
We can also see the values you typed into the fields before uploading the structure.
Yes, that can be handy on a complex form, or where the field IDs are not very meaningful. I'll also map the location, which will contain latitude and longitude of the address, and distance from a home location of your choosing. This could give you the straight line distance to a job, and thus charge for it. But we will discuss and see this in action later. If I now press the Save button and then refresh my own web page, we should see the dedicated search field styled blue.
Great, and so does that now work?
Yes, let's try it.
Oh, that's good, it was quite easy.
Yes, but note that we have not set the home location, so the distance is not returned. Let's fix that and show some of the styles being changed. The home location can be either latitude and longitude coordinates or a valid postcode. Let's go back to the Page Assist wizard. Under the Advanced tab, we can specify it. I'll set it to postcode of Big Ben in London. And before we go back, let's alter the style of the search field.
I rather like hot pink myself. Can we have it pink?
Of course, whatever floats your boat, Jim. Let's click on Style and just adjust the background and border. Now hit the Save button and switch back to our web page and refresh. Oh, nice.
Yes, Lucy, that's just the way I like it.
Now let's search again. And we now see the distance from Big Ben in kilometres.
Oh yes, that's good. I suppose a long way to walk in a pink dress.
Now let's set up the second example. Let's go back to Page Assist and set its data mappings under the Address Mapping 2 tab. We need to designate the search on the first line of the address, and then map the line 1 to line 1, line 2 to line 2, and so on. Now we save that and try it out. Refresh our page, which is essential as the mapping and thus the code behind has changed. So now we have a search on the second form, but the address is written back to each field, unlike in the first example, where we put it all in one field. Note that you don't need county, and you can drop line 3 if need be. There, all done.
Well done, Lucy, I like that. Is there anything else we should do?
Of course, we now need to add the origin filter so no one else can use this on their website. And press the red Exit Edit Mode button to finalize the settings, which will remove the Page Assist buttons from our web page. In summary, we achieved all this from one line of code, which you should be able to add to almost any web page.
Yes, that certainly looks easy and very flexible. How do I find the prices?
At the top of our website at simplypostcode.com, we have a Quote Me button which will send you an instant quote.
Well, Lucy, I think that wraps this video up. Thanks for your time and goodbye from Simply Postcode.
Cheers, Jim. It's been a pleasure.